Hey everyone, thanks for being here at USA Crypto Group for this AMS session. We have EarnSphere here with us today. I think this is fourth or third time here with us. The mission is to provide a mathematical concept protocol to give you passive income. So with that, I'd like to welcome Robin from the team. Robin, it's a pleasure seeing you here again.
Hey,
For those
mate.
that may not have heard of you, Robin, if you can just go ahead and do a quick introduction of yourself, your background, and experience in the space, please.
Sure. So I'm Robin Riz. As my bio says, I'm an orthopedic surgeon in real life, moving to Atlanta very soon for spine surgery fellowship, then staying for work. Hopefully things will go smooth. Now in crypto, I've been in the crypto space for around 3 to 4 years, and behind a team, technically for around a year and a few months. During this whole time, I taught myself pretty much everything that I know by now. Uh, and the same for the rest of the team. So it's a self-built community that came out from previous projects. We got together, we got to know each other, we built this concept since the summer of 2023, and we just launched it on Ethereum like 2 months ago, and currently it's on two chains, so ERC20 and base chain, soon to be on a third and probably a fourth, with also an ambition to be on a CEX also. And this comes with what we're going to talk about. And yeah, as Seattle said, the main focus of the white paper you're going to see is the passive income stream in Ethereum for our ERC20 token holders, based on a tier-based system. And this is already established. And now we are building on top and on top, and we are expanding on multiple chains. This is the current focus.
That
And
was good.
we're glad to be.
Introduction there, Robin. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, we're just glad to be here. Thanks to you guys for this opportunity.
Yeah, it's always good to hear from you again. I know that your team has been working hard. Like you said, you've been here 3 to 4 times now. We go way back. And not a lot in the space, not a lot of people do that, right? Because the barrier to launching a project is very easy. So that's why you see a lot of the same developers just spitting out projects, and if it doesn't go well, there's no commitment to the project, and they would just throw that project away and start a new one because it's so easy to launch a project. Now, EarnSphere team and Robin, they have been sticking to the project, the same project, and working hard at it. Now, you have mentioned that you've been here again. You said 4 times, right, Robin? 4 times, including the Eagle stand, right?
3 or 4, yeah, yeah, maybe including it. It's like the fourth, maybe.
Yeah, so around 4 times
Yeah.
here. So a lot of you guys know what EarnSphere is about now. But like Robin said earlier, he's not here to go over the whole, what the project is about. Maybe just talk about the new features and the plans, future plans. So with that though, Robin, let's kind of because we may have some new investors though. If you can go ahead and give us an overview of what EarnSphere is. So pretty much give us the core business model. How would you describe the core business model of EarnSphere?
All right. So first of all, everybody wants to make money, right? So this is how we start to think about it. We want to make something that's very catchy. So first of all, get something that gives passive income to your holders. Okay. So you have to give them an alternative so they do not just simply sell on the chart in order to profit, even if they do like a 2x. Want to give something in return. So this is when we included the passive income, based on how much you're holding. The more you hold in quantity and in longevity, you earn more. Whenever you try to sell even one token, you are penalized for that week. The rest who are still holding get passive revenue. So you are kind of always encouraging or rewarding the fact of hodling, and punishing the act of selling. So by basing the whole idea on this, to start with, uh, then we started building up. We have a tier-based system. the higher the tier, the more you're gonna earn. And then you have our multiple like treasury holdings wallets that are whales technically. Two of them, the family sphere and the mother sphere. Each one has its uh, basic concept. Let's say it's in the white paper. They also help with the ecosystem going forward. And we have a lottery also based on the tier system. So whatever tier you are within the 5 tiers, you get automatically a certain amount of entries to our monthly lottery. And the lottery mainly rewards you with Ethereum, but also last time we rewarded also 1 million tokens. At the time, it was like $300. Now it's sitting around $200. We're in a current dip, so we might be giving more in 2 weeks. So all of that is part of the ecosystem. And we also added a utility, which is the ware room. It is divided into currently into the trading division, like the leverage trading division, and the DeFi division, where technically we have one expert in each so far who capitalize on trades in the market or projects in the DeFi, pre-sales, stealth launches, whatever insider info or news we can get from other projects. So I can name a few, but I won't because I want people to go into that ware room and see how things go. It's like whenever you pay to enter a certain, expert room for a fee, and then you get all those signals. So we're doing that, but the way to enter with us is to hold a minimum of tokens. So you can sell at any point. So you're not just paying a fee and that's it. You can sell, and the bot will just make sure that you are out of the room. It's the collab land bot. And we have two experts. Whatever profit they bring back to the treasury using treasury funds, they will get 40% profit. So it encourages experts to just jump into EarnSphere over time, expert after expert, provide their expertise, teach investors and everybody. It's like a learning experience while you are learning to make money using your own investments based on what the expert is teaching you, while also applying governance and voting for those decisions by the expert in order to see if the treasury will vote will actually invest or not in those suggested investments. So governance is applied for the treasury. Personal decisions is yours. Like you decide what to do with your own Ethereum, BNB, whatever. If you're okay to invest in something, even if the voting goes against it, remember the expert mentioned it, and he might have wanted us to vote yes, but it did not work. Let's say, but you are confident that you have to go for it. You can go for it. Just do your own research, just to back it up further and go for it. So it's a learning experience there based on experts plus a checkpoint of governance. So you don't follow the expert blindly all the time. You apply governance on top of it. This is the best way you can keep even the experts, you keep them on check. And over time, you'll have more and more experts. We are encouraging them by giving them the capital. Instead of using their own funds, they just join in and we give them a certain amount, $200, whatever, and they start doing investment using this treasury fund. And whatever profit, like I said, they make, 40% goes to them. The rest is divided between the treasury, building up the capital, liquidity, passive income to the investors, the supervisors, etc. So it's a very nice utility right there. And this is basically the skeleton of it so far. And we don't want to make it more complicated because it already is a lot complicated. So as you can see, I think that's it. If we stop here in terms of utility for now, and we just don't keep adding, it would be actually for the benefit of the investor to keep things a little bit simple. And then we started expanding. So we started on ERC20. We expanded on base chain like 3 weeks back, 2 to 3 weeks back. And now we are planning on our next move. And it depends on those NFTs that we're going to talk about. So this will be the next topic.
Yeah, thanks for the overview of the project there. So it seems to me that the underlying mission of your project is to provide passive income to investors, and that comes with a variety of different forms, uh, and a lot of the things that you just touched on, like the lottery, the treasury, and the tier-based system, reward-based system. Again, they've been here for 4 time, guys, and I know a lot of you guys probably heard the whole thing already. But if you are not clear on that, we may not have time to go in depth on those topics again and how rewards are being earned, etc. But I encourage you guys to join the TG, check out the website if you are not familiar with it. But today it seems like Robin just want to focus on the NFT. So to recap what you just said there, Robin, you guys started out with the ERC20, which is over in ETH, and you guys went to Base recently. Now, for those, I think we all very familiar with Base. Base is actually a blockchain from Coinbase. Coinbase is one of the top centralized exchanges out there. They're all from America. So rumors are going out around that Base is the next big thing, right? So they're gonna trying to go compete with the top blockchain out there like BNB and Solana, as we know, currently right now are doing very good. So Base is from Coinbase, and yeah, I think that's just the upcoming chain. And if you guys have not heard of it, or you guys are not familiar with it, you can transact the same way as you transact with Ethereum on Uniswap, but except for the fees are a lot cheaper. And there's also a bridge on Uniswap there as well that allows you to bridge from the ERC20 to the Base chain. Very easy using the same Uniswap DEX. So if you guys want to buy into this token, use Uniswap. Very easy. You go to your MetaMask, and you can literally just click a button, and it adds that into your wallet, and you can just bridge over to your Uniswap. Now,
Yeah.
before we go on,
Yeah.
Robin.
I want to
Oh, go
add
ahead.
something. You reminded me. So other than the low fees, because like a lot of people were sitting on the bench, just asking for like when are we going to a chain that's more affordable in terms of gas, and this is one of the main reasons we picked uh, base chain. It was also, like you said, the rumor was starting. There's a lot of tokens launching there that are actually good. Of course, most of them were meme coins, but we decided to go for this one since Solana had its hype at some point, and we kind of thought like, why would we go on Solana while the hype could have been missed already? So we went on base chain. The fees are so low; they are sometimes in the 1 or 2 cents. So just imagine, and you are using Ethereum, but it's a it's kind of a layer two, and it's on optimism. So you use Ethereum, but very low gas. Like Seattle said, you can bridge. They have their own bridge also, base chain, or you can just, if you have money on Binance or whatever, you can send your Ethereum, but instead of using ERC20, you use base chain, and they arrive to your DeFi wallet as Ethereum on base. So this is how easy you can do that. And whenever you buy in our project on base chain, it's a 0% tax. So just so you know, on the RC20, it's a 4 and 6%. So 4% on buy, 6% on sales in order to feed the treasury development, the passive revenue based on volume. There's an auto burn and auto LP. So all of that, it's a 4 and 6%. On base chain, it's a 0% and a 0%. There's only a 1% liquidity fee. This is on Uniswap V3. So we set it at 1%, and whatever we get goes into the treasury from that trading fee. So it's much cheaper in tax and almost zero uh, gas fees. So very attractive if you want to step into the project. You can bridge back to ERC20 and get use of the utility. So this is what most people were doing when we first launched on Base Change. So buy on Base, bridge back to the ERC20, and we'll make sure that the bridge will keep having like an amount of token liquidity in order for you to be able to keep buying and bridge back. So we'll keep control of that so people can keep doing that.
Sounds good. Yeah, like you said there, Robin, it's very you can transact very cheap on Base, and I think a lot of you guys that use Ethereum or DEX, you guys are very familiar with Uniswap. You can transact Base through Uniswap, and there's a bridge on there as well. Very easy. I have been using it lately a lot, just because of the fees. Very affordable fees. Sounds good. Now, before we go on, Robin, now you kind of spoke on why you went to Base, etc. From the height. But is this something that you guys wanted to have your project more accessible to different people on different chains? Is that also one of the main reason behind it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this was the main reason. But picking Base chain was also like we had to pick something that has low fees. So this was also kind of a condition. So getting more exposure from people who love low fees, for example, and people on Base chain. So at the time, we were in a Twitter space with Rude, Kane, and Boryakuz. So from Root Crypto Lounge and from Anti-Ruggers United, we had a Twitter space with them that was suggested. Arguments and counter arguments were given. Base chain was picked. We went with that. So this is how we take feedback from people. We just go with it when it's a good idea. That's it. This is how we show people that we are always flexible for the better. So yeah.
Right. And right now, liquidity, has not been pouring to Base yet, right? We're just in the beginning right now. As we saw what happened
Yeah,
to
it's
Solana.
not. Yeah, and we're still like you face this problem where people don't want to learn a new technology. We're still there because MetaMask and TrustWallet, all of that, you still need to add the RPC custom network. So a lot of people, especially like 40, 50 years old maybe and older, I've seen a lot of people in the DM just asking, I received an airdrop on Base. How do I do that? How can I sell it? How can I bridge? So bridge and also setting up a custom network. So both coming together in our project at the same time was not ideal for you can say 30% of our investors population, but it will be solved over time, like education, and just we keep supporting whenever somebody needs any help. We're always there.
Yeah, I think that's a good point there, and I encourage everyone, guys, whenever you guys see that there's going to be a new hot chain, like a blockchain, like a Base.
It's gonna be difficult at first. When it's
Yeah,
difficult, you're gonna make a lot of money later. Trust me.
right.
When it becomes
But it's
easy, you're gonna make money.
right, but I encourage everyone, guys, do not wait, right? Do not wait until like the majority of people already on there and already making
Exactly.
millions and millions. Do not
Yeah.
wait, guys. Take your time and learn, right? You're in the space where it's gonna be ever evolve space, right? And so you want to be on top of it, right? I know it sucks to learn a new thing, but there's a lot of educational avenues out there like YouTube, and you can go there and learn. Put in the time, be the
Yeah.
first one over there. So, and right now, kind of like what Robin said there, Base is very new. And from my sentiment of it, guys, hear me out here. This is crucial here. This is Coinbase chain. If you guys familiar with Coinbase, they're like the top of the top dog of a centralized exchange. This is their chain, right? They're not going to let Base fail 100%. They're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that liquidity is going to be pouring in. So if you position yourself early, guess what? When the liquidity pouring in, you're in the right position. They can win your back, but you got to be in there first, right? Do not wait until the exit, the liquidity, and you come in. It's gonna be too late. So make sure you guys learn about Base and really get to know projects over there right now.
Yeah. Exactly that. Always do something when it's still difficult. Don't stop doing it when it becomes so easy for everyone because you're too late. Whenever it's
Exactly.
easy, whenever it's like between among those default networks on MetaMask, you can know that it's gonna be flooded with scams as well, like BSC, Ethereum. You know it. When it's easy to access, this is what they want. They want the easy access in order to start scamming people, uh, launch a lot of shitcoins or scams. So you don't want to be at that moment. You want to be before then. You know, just be there before all the liquidity is poured in, just like Seattle said.
Exactly. So when we're talking about liquidity, we're meaning that like the money pouring in, right? So that's what we
Yeah,
refer to liquidity. And that's the reason why Robin and the team decided to go to base. So they're actually very early, one of the very early projects over in the base. Now, if you look at the the gains over there, of course you have some really good gains over there. But again, when you're in the beginning of something, it's not about just like making money immediately, right? You want to be the top. When you be in the front, you're early. What that means is there's not enough liquidity yet to go around to every single project, but it will. But keep in mind, this is a Coinbase blockchain, and that's crucial to be reminded by. This is Coinbase. It's not gonna fail. This should be one of the top very soon here. All right, Robin. So I think that's pretty clear on why you guys went to base there. Um, yeah, let's talk about the updates, your NFT, and anything that you want to speak to us on today.
sure, sure. So, are we able to screen share, or that will be? Is it not
Yes.
recorded?
Oh, it is recorded. I love I love when a project do screen sharing.
Yeah, because you got to see them, right? um, 1 second. Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, there you go. I see my man Mike just came in. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mikey. So you guys can see we just this was a very recent update. We just posted it actually in our Telegram channel, the news channel. So we just bought a website, an official website, GODS uh, hyphen NFTs.com. Okay, and this is our domain that's gonna house the DNCS of our website that we had built specifically for the Translucent Gods NFT collection. Okay, so it's gonna be on the BSC, so it's gonna be cheap minting, very cheap fees technically, gas fees, and the starting price is zero point 0.1 BNB, and it's 1,000 piece. That's the hard cap. Okay, and we're gonna say in a bit how many NFTs are going to be for that much before the price goes up a tiny bit. So from this website, you can go back to our main website or our Telegram, or here you can go and mint. But like currently, you cannot mint. It just tells you coming soon. So coming soon, gods are coming. Okay. So all the art you're gonna see was done by Onno, and it's kind of perfect. So it's a very simple landing page for our NFTs. This is our main website, if you guys remember it. So let's go back to that home page. It has all the information that you need. So you can meet the gods. So five main gods on EarnSphere. So this is how we are hitting the meme space while also still including utility. So we actually hate when people drop NFTs, they go to, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars in worth, sometimes a million, while not having any utility or some use case, right? So it's just absurd. So at least we got to give something to them, some life. And of course, we were going to do that. So this is EarnSphere. You got to earn from them. So this is Diazus. He's the head of Translucence. There will be only 10 of those NFTs. This is the rarest one. You can here read their story, some description. the power, the weakness of each god. You have Heraclat here. She's Diasu's right hand. There are 40 of her, and she is young. She is the one who innovated the technology permitting the survival of the translucence, those gods that live on EarnSphere. It permitted them to live outside of that atmosphere. Okay, but she has a blind ambition. This Apple Gold, he tried to warn them that humans were coming, but he did not know it's human. It's like aliens for them. He's the prophet. There is 100 of that NFT. And eventually he befriended those tinier holder, the gold, the silver, and the bronze holders, compared to the diamond and the platinum that we have in our tier-based system. So that's a good guy right there. You have Atherna here. She's the leader of the army of the Translucence. There's 250 of that NFT that are going to be minted. And remember, all of these are for the same price. So it just depends on your luck which one you're going to get. So this is quite common, 250. However, she is also very ambitious. At some point, she sends all her army to Earth because they were very suspicious of humans who are seemingly awkward in their lifestyle and ambitions. I mean, we agree on that. We are a little bit awkward sometimes. So, so eventually, she sends almost all her army and she leaves EarnSphere Kazi unchecked. So that's kind of her biggest mistake. This is Poseidon. So quite a nice name. He's the bringer of storms and earthquakes, 600 of that, very common. And he's a massive translucent. He keeps roaming around EarnSphere, and his big stats cause earthquakes and storms. And this causes resurfacing of diamond and keeps purifying diamonds on the surface of EarnSphere, which keeps them alive technically. And this is basically why we didn't know about them until now, until humans actually reached that planet, because they couldn't survive outside of it. But now they do have the technology, like we said. So in order for humans to actually make sure that EarnSphere keeps giving them diamond dust or whatever it has in resources, we got to replicate that technology, those pulsations that he does when walking fast around that globe, because the survival of EarnSphere and the Translucence depends on that one god. And so this puts the rest of the gods at risk of extinction, technically. So humans need to find a way to replicate those phenomena. All right. So rarities, we mentioned them. So it's 1,000. There's 10x of Diazus, 40x of Heraclat, 100 Apple Gold, 250 Eterna, 600 Poseidon. Now, why mint the gods NFTs? I'm gonna take a question if you have any, Seattle, before we go over the true utilities behind them.
No, I just want to give a feedback that I love the stories behind each god of NFT that you have there. Are you the one that create all those stories though?
Yeah, we just made those up based on the initial prologue. I don't know if you remember it. So
I
the
do.
initial prologue goes as such. We cannot post on the main chat, right? So we have it as a 4-minute video. If you remember, we went as a team on EarnSphere. We discovered it. It's a place beyond the moon, and we alluded that the moon is a place where you can only find dust. Even though a lot of crypto projects say let's moon, let's moon. Well, you're only going to the moon to find dust. This is not what you want, and this is not what you need. Once we once we reach EarnSphere, we find diamond dust. Okay, and now we are getting to know what's behind them. Now we are understanding that it's Poseidon. So the reason it's dust because it keeps roaming very quick all around that planet. So he keeps on destroying it, bringing back to dust, which they breathe in and out in order to survive. So it's a very virtual world if you think about it. Eventually, you cannot know what this project could lead to could lead to gaming, could lead to stories. So we are leaving that up to a very open horizon. But for now, we are trying to uh, put those abstract stories into NFTs. So something that now you can touch in terms of like you can own the gods. This is what we're naming it, like own the gods, own the power, and we're gonna talk about what's that power uh, that's being given to you by those gods.
Love it. I love the storyline between everything that you have connected to the rewards earning system. I love the storyline. Yeah, I definitely remember from our previous AMA for sure. Yeah, sounds good, brother.
Yeah,
I just want to get back and yeah, let's talk about the technicalities, the NFTs, and what each
sure.
NFTs how they earn rewards.
All right. So first of all, they all earn the same. Okay. So the only difference between those rarities is that ones are rarer than the others. All right. So just do not expect that a Diazus will behave better than this one based on like revenue. Okay, so revenue is the same. So the 1,000 NFTs are equal in terms of revenue and utility, but there are ones much rarer than others. So you can expect that they will have much higher value on secondary marketplaces, which we are going to also put in place. So Wyman Gods NFTs. So reason one is that they have rarity and a collectible value, just like others, with variation in mint frequencies, which is the rarity. So it's a nice thing to own anyway as an NFT, even if it's not a utility. But for me, it's absurd as much as it is for so many. So we're not stopping there. So a lot of projects with NFTs stop at this one. Like, okay, let's mint NFTs, let's make rarities, and that's it. Let's just reach out to people who like collectibles. That's it. But we went further. So owning an NFT, which costs like $60, 0.1 BNB for now, it unlocks access to our rare one, the expert analysis and the governance system that I talked about. So that's a lot compared to only $60. Other places you might be paying in the hundreds. And remember, you are owning an NFT, you can sell it later on. And for now, you got to pay around $200 to own the minimum to enter the ware room in terms of token amount. So by giving the $60 access, it's getting cheaper to get in there. So we are building a larger army using this method, larger army of active, purely active members inside that room instead of having marketers, bots, fake accounts, all of that. So you got to own in order to join. Otherwise, the bot will not let you in. So smart way to increase our holders count as well. Reason three, they are transferable, as I said, on secondary marketplaces. So you're going to be able to buy and sell, etc. There's a 5% royalty, all of it going to an NFT staking pool that pays all those NFT holders when they stake them in that pool. So this is the first revenue. Whenever there's trading of the NFTs, the NFT holders staking their NFTs are going to be earning BNB. Reason four, so stake to earn function for yield from the LP providing nature of the NFT minting liquidity. By this, we mean that whenever you are minting, you are using BNB, we are collecting BNB from, right, during that minting phase of the 1,000 NFTs. What we're doing with that BNB, we're going to talk about it next. But basically, we're going to be building liquidity. 100% of that BNB is going to build liquidity. None of it is going to profit any team member, the treasury, or giving passive revenue to anyone. It's all going to build up new liquidities. It's not even to build up the previous ERC20 or the base. It's to launch a third and maybe a fourth and also a CEX liquidity. So it's a very ambitious way to tell you that 100% of what we're raising is going for new avenues. So reason five, you can purchase multiple NFTs. So you can go for mass staking. Eventually, it becomes the real deal, and you can earn a lot by having like 10 NFTs. Some people go crazy. So in a previous project, I saw someone owning like 120 out of 600 NFTs. Like they were earning a lot through staking their NFTs. So you can go crazy with those, and ROI could be very high because you're going to see it's going to be depending on volume and the trading fee of those liquidities we're going to build. And this goes on forever. So as long as people are trading a liquidity pair, there's a trading fee of 1% applying on PancakeSwap V3, Uniswap V3, whatever. This all is going into that staking pool. So at some point, you're going to reach your ROI, and hopefully it's going to be sooner rather than later. Reason 6, BNB provides through mints, like we said, is going to be deployed in terms of an LP on DEX and CEX, so including the PancakeSwap. So we're going to be launching our BNB pair. So that's a third chain. We're going to be launching a new token pair. This token has not been decided yet. So it's a project that's going to be obviously larger than ours, and also with a good reputation and with the potential of partnership. It will be around $10,000 being put in that liquidity, our token being paired to that token, whether it's on Solana, Base Chain, Avalanche, BSC, whatever. We're going to just buy that token with a huge buyback, pair it to ES tokens, just launch it. And in CEX, it's going to be like a good bunch. I'm going to go over that. So these two liquidities I mentioned, this one on PancakeSwap, this one on whatever swap, depends on the chain. Their trading fees are going to be the second and the third revenues to those NFT staking pools. Now you have 3 revenue streams already. Basically, the way we thought about it, why 100% is going for LP, it's like when you mint an NFT, you're not minting it in order to benefit the team or a specific person or even like the project. You're benefiting yourself. Whenever you buy an NFT, you paid $60. It didn't go away. So you got an NFT, but also it bought an LP. And that NFT, so you are holding one of 1,000 NFT. It's like you are holding one of 1,000 shares, if you want to think about it. And the trading fees are being split. They are being put in a staking pool, and you own one of 1,000 of that staking pool if all of the NFTs are minted and stay. So you kind of hold a share of the LP. You are an LP provider. You provided $60 to that LP. So just think about it this way. Think how fair we're trying to be. You paid the $60. All that 60 was put to invest in LP, and you're going to keep getting returns from that LP. So we are sacrificing all other forms of profit in order to give you back 100% of what you are owed. And finally, this is a project self-sustainability thing. And this NFT collection is one of many consecutive steps to achieving that successfully. So just imagine if that NFT set sells out, we are able to build all those things and you are able to receive what we promised. That's amazing, right? So this could be replicated to even expand further and further and further. And you can see how a project becomes self-sustainable by selling out utility, which we are. So we are trying to be a utility project. And this is how you can keep bringing in liquidity and revenue to your project. And the token becomes very strong eventually because it's deployed on so many chains, so many DEXs, CEXs. This is what you want. And the bull run is only at the door. So we are doing that for full exposure. We don't want to be in one place. So we can expect the bull run to be explosive for us. So stage 1, the listing price is 0.1 BNB, only 150 NFTs. And we've got a bunch of people waiting right now who keep asking when. So it's soon, guys. Just wait for it. So whenever 150 are sold, we're going to have raised around $9,000 based on $600 value of a BNB. And all of that will be used to pair to BNB. Okay. So we're gonna list. This is our first LP. Second stage, we're gonna sell 150. We're gonna pair to that token. We're gonna partner with, and it's around $10,000 because the price is slightly up, 0.11. And using that strategy, we are moving up the floor price of the NFT without people knowing. So it's not people who are deciding about the floor price using that method. We are elevating it only slightly. And then stage three, the rest of those NFTs, 700, moving it slightly higher, 0.13, but still very affordable. All those BNB are going to be used to list on a probably tier 2 CEX to fund its liquidity and to pay the fees. So around $55,000. Okay, so all of the BNB will be used to list on exchanges. So pretty amazing how we're trying to fund 100% of LP from 100% of the minting with almost zero loss going elsewhere. So we're trying to tell people, you own an NFT, you own a share of those LPs. This is pretty amazing. So people who understand and know how to read crypto and potential, like this potential, like if 1,000 people decide to buy one NFT each, they know they are buying that liquidity, and that liquidity. They are owning the project on three places. So I don't know if people really understand the meaning of that, but that's basically it. It's a community-driven project, and that's part of it.
That's actually very interesting there. So so you on the let's stop at stage two there. You that says token listing $10,000, huh? Then you got stage three sex listing, and you have that's very interesting stuff there. So you're pretty much having ownership of the LP, and through that you earn the LP trading fees, correct?
Yeah, basically, instead of you, let's say Seattle, you buy, I don't know, like you buy 1% of ES and you have a bunch of BNB and you just pair them, you provide liquidity and you earn from it. It's like you're farming. Okay, you're farming the trading fee on PancakeSwap. Instead of you doing that and paying all that, you are coming together with other investors buying the NFTs, all right? And we are taking those funds from you and we are doing the pair for you and the trading fee is going back to you. This is what we're doing. We are owning the LP as a project, as a treasury, but you still own it by having the NFT. That tells you that this is kind of the contract between you and the project, that you own that LP trading fee forever. So that's the embodiment of you owning the LP provider nature of the NFT.
Okay, so that tells me that you guys are proactively working on the B&B side of it and also the sex listing side of it, right? Whenever you guys can achieve the LP through the NFTs, correct?
Yeah, so that's pretty easy. Okay, the BNB is like we are raising BNB, right? So we just pair it to a bunch of ES, launch it around the same price of base and ERC20 price, and we just launch it. Okay, and its trading is gonna be bringing trading fee to the treasury, which is gonna be pouring into that staking pool. That's the first revenue. This one needs some work, still needs some work. Some emails have been sent and telegrams because we are talking to a few projects. We are going a little bit, at a higher standard kind of thing. So projects with a few millions, sometimes tens of millions of market cap. So we're trying to partner with much bigger projects that will provide both um, kind of a utility advantage to us and also an exposure. So when you talk about the project in the tens of millions and your project is like on 120K, you can think potential. Whenever you can achieve that, whenever it works, and whenever they know we're gonna do a big buyback in their project, and whatever they give us in terms of exposure, some form of long-term partnership, maybe it's always going to be good because the potential is huge. Your project is in five figures or six figures, and you're talking about other projects that are in the eight and nine figures. So if we just jump up and become like them eventually because of those partnerships coming in, that's 100x at least. So yeah, this is what we're telling you. Um, we're gonna work a lot to make this happen, to make this token be one that is very worthwhile listing, pairing to. Finally, the CX is not very difficult. So we've had two options so far that would accept our even our tax contract, even though they're gonna lower the taxes a tiny bit, we don't even care if it's 0 0. I told you, our base chain token is zero tax, so we don't care. But we found a couple that accept taxes, so why not? So I think they put like a slightly increased fee, and it's there, but it's on the chart, so people trade a little bit higher price, and that accounts for the tax or the fee that they would have applied, and it goes back as passive income to holders. We can send to auto burn or whatever. We can fix that. So that would be actually amazing to achieve. This is after the sellout of the last 700. So I'm very positive. This is um, I mean, it could be very much manageable to be done, but it just needs exposure, people like you supporting us, and we just need like people to know about it. So just 1,000 people, each one buying only one, should be enough to accomplish these goals. I mean, well, it's not very optimistic. It's just, it shouldn't be hard. It's just hard if we don't get enough exposure. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty good.
Sounds good, Robin. Now, for those that are listening, Robin, right now, that say, you know what, these NFTs is gonna be only the value of it is only be worth as the overall of the project, right? So right now, looking at your chart right now, both over in Ethereum and also on base, the volume is not very high, right? And you're looking at over in base, I believe it's like only like couple few dollars over there, and same thing as
Yeah.
Ethereum. What would you say to that, Robin?
Well, I just know that we cannot control all those factors. What we can control is what you can do. Like you said it before. We did like 3 to 4 AMAs here in USA Crypto Group, and it's not just here. So we did a lot of AMAs. So in terms of marketing, we're not doing anything that's less than average. It's actually beyond average. It's more than 90-95% of what other projects are doing, but the market decides. It's a free market. So if people find this project a little bit complex, etc., they will take time to adopt it. This is this is our general view of what could be happening. So when you see passive revenue, you're happy. I mean, you want an easy one that tells you, well, it's a tax token, 2% tax going to holders. That's it. You can trade it. Well, it's not like that. It has a percent that goes as fast revenue, but it's also in tiers. There's the punishment system. It's quite complex. If you want to start reading about it and you just don't want to go there, you might want to skip. And this is where the mistake of many is happening. They are skipping because they think it needs a lot of reading, while it's as simple as hold to earn. But we went the extra mile to make a more perfected system to reward the higher ones more than the smaller, more than the smaller, more than the smaller, and include a penalizing system. So when you go over the white paper and you get a headache, just remember that it's only like we wanted everything to be very transparent in there. We could have lied to everyone, just told everyone, just buy, hold, and earn don't need to know more. But we're not like that. Okay, so I wish we were a meme coin in that regard because we have been easy. Like you get all those people, come on, let's 2x. We don't get those in our chat. So all our holders and current investors are very well knowledgeable. We're proud of that. They are one of the top, let's say, knowledgeable people in terms of uh, like they are smart about reading, knowing where utility is, knowing the future and long-term potential. But if you want to go after the very quick buck, you don't want to take a lot of time to read. You want to jump into 10 projects at a time. Well, this project might not be for you. And you're risking out of the 10 projects to lose on 9 or 10 of them. So it's really up to you. You take your time to do your research, jump into EarnSphere, or just skip it, jump into other ones where you risk almost everything. So it's really up to you. And so far, crypto investors are not being similar to real life investors, unfortunately. So yeah, you can check our track record in DMAs that we've done only in EarnSphere like the past 2 months, and it's like more than 25 or 30, including Twitter Spaces. So maybe one every 2 or 3 days. I mean, this is not humane.
Yeah, I definitely see, your hard work behind the project and how much time you put into the storyline, how much, the ways that you tie everything together. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You're definitely a thinker for sure because,
Yeah,
like
well,
a project.
I get it.
Oh,
I get that too much. Yeah, yeah. I'm a builder. I'm a builder. Like eventually, we'll get that one guy, maybe who's an influencer, whatever, who's gonna be pushing it because of their exposure. I'm not that person, right? And none of the team members. So who knows? Who knows which day it's gonna be going? I don't know, 100x or something. But we're building. We keep building and we keep expanding regardless.
hmm Now, my question for you is this, right? Now, I see that you guys are continue to wanting to go to different chains, right? Like right now, currently, you started over in ERC20, which is the ETH chain, and now you're over in Base. Now, how does that market cap, like, how does that work, because right now over in Ethereum, you have, let's say your market cap is at what is it at 100 and let me see here, 112K
Like,
market cap, whereas Base
yeah.
you have only a few. Now, what about like do you think that's going to affect the project overall and that's going to prevent it from growing
No,
because people will sell one chain to go to the other chain? Like, how does that work,
well, think about it this way: you want price, right? You want to sell at certain price, buy at certain price. Don't look at market cap. Market cap is just like it's wrong to look at, because the main token is on ERC20. Whenever someone bridges to base, you are putting your tokens on a bridge, and that bridge is giving you like an image or is minting for you an image token of that ERC20. That image is on base. So it's a base token. That's it. So if 6% of the supply is bridged, you will have only how much? 60 million tokens on base chain. And that represents the market cap on base chain. This is why you only multiply 60 million by the price and you get that low market cap. So don't be fooled. The market cap is bullshit. So look at the LP only and look at the price. So LP is token in the pair with ETH in the pair or BNB or whatever in the pair. And then you get the price. So these two things, the LP and the price, are the only things to be monitored. The market cap is nothing. It's literally nothing. We have the major market cap going into ERC20, obviously. This is our main one. And then we have like 6% probably in base chain. and we don't know how much will be on BNB, BSC, or some other places. So it just depends how much we are able to bridge to those other places depending on the LP. So this is how it goes.
Right. A lot of
Just
people don't know that
natural,
when
the
you
natural
start
process.
right when you start a
Yeah.
token, you can actually set the LP, I mean the market cap as high or as low as you want, so you have full control of that.
No,
But
you
once the
can't.
price,
You can't. You can do it, but I mean, you either have to airdrop people just to increase the tokens on that chain, or just like inflate a wallet. So bridge over a big bunch of tokens from ERC20 to base chain, put them in a treasury or some wallet on base chain just to have a lot of tokens on base chain. And now that new total is going to be multiplied by the price, give you a market cap of 100K once again. So you have to move a lot of tokens just to do that fake. I mean, it does not even make sense. We need those on ERC20 because we need to keep bridging on other chains. You see what I mean? So yeah,
right.
and
So so my
it's basic
no no
for us.
no.
Yeah.
So my question is Robin, for those a lot of people, right? You're right? You're right from what you said there. But now a lot of people look at the market cap and they just look at the market cap because that's a data that's well known for gauging the valuation of the project, right? Circulation times the price with market cap. Now with you being so different chains, so let's say you at right now currently you at Ethereum 124K, but then over in base you at only 11K. So let's say now you launch it over in BNB. Let's for example maybe that's 5K. Do you think that having other chains with like the market cap so different, right? Do you think ultimately it's gonna help uh the project overall, even though you have more, I guess, more eyeballs and awareness? Because a lot of investors are looking at, hey, how come this guy's over in basis on 11, and therefore over in Ethereum 124?
Yeah,
Therefore,
but because it's not the total market cap. It's the market cap for that chain and how many tokens are on that chain. You're multiplying with the price. I mean, unless they want us to mint another 1 billion tokens for every chain. That's not smart. It's like launching all over again on every single chain. That would be actually a massacre. That would be a scam.
right,
So we
right,
are sticking to the 1 billion total. We burned already around 35% of the supply. And by keeping that total the same, just bridging whatever is left from the circulating supply to other chains, we are maintaining that deflation. So believe it
no, I
or
get
not,
what you're saying. I get
this
what you're
is what
saying.
happened with Bitcoin. Even Bitcoin is like that. So I don't know why people would see that as weird, because Bitcoin, whenever you see it on multiple exchanges, if you go and calculate the market cap on those chains, they are different. But since it's a major coin, there are probably a way they could calculate that its overall market cap, because there's a lot of arbitrage going on between all those chains, that the price is almost the same on all those. So price is the same, and you know the total amount of bitcoins in the world on all those chains. So you use that, and when you multiply that with the price, you get that total market cap. We can do that, right? So when you get 75% of the supply, so 750 million, yes, you multiply it by 0.002. That's the current price on average between the two chains, and you get a market cap of 150K. That's our total market cap. Here you go.
Right. No, I definitely understand what you're saying. I'm just kind of from a person who just look into your project, immediately and look at the chart, seeing two different chains, how there's so much of a big discrepancy without knowing the
They need to look at
technicality.
the price. This is why I told you, always look at the price. Look at the price. If you wanna, you said it before. If you want someone to buy here and sell there, what would they look at? At the market cap or the price? Do you want the price or the market cap? What's more accurate on your token, on your bag? The price. You are selling at a high price, buying at a low price. This is how you arbitrage. You don't care about the market cap. It's just a fake thing.
Right. No,
All
I get
right.
it. I get it from that perspective. I definitely get
Try,
it.
try to
I
keep it. Try to keep it flowing in the community, and try to keep that awareness going, because that's true about literally every single major token. So even though it's becoming like weird when you see even a small project trying to do it, it's the correct way of doing it. You have to expand on multiple chains, multiple dexes, and the market cap will be messed up because it depends on how many tokens are circulating on that chain. So it's only natural to see that. And it's just like, how can I care if someone is still not understanding this? I don't know. Like it's basic. It's crypto. It's economy. It's it will happen with every single other project, even the major ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of those. They they were they passed through that phase where the market cap. We cannot list what do you want to call it? Total market cap anywhere. You don't have that power. So you gotta have to see those smaller charts.
hmm. Yeah, well, I hope that I hope that works out, and I hope that new investors able to see through that. Yeah, sounds good, guys. So let's go back to the NFT. So you do have 1,000 NFT currently right now, and it is on sale right now. So that's the latest update. Uh, how many have you sold so far, or is that being minted? Can people mint right now?
No, no. So that's the other news. So we are aiming to launch those maybe by next week. So we're still working on NFT marketplace. There is being an issue with the platform Imentify we are working with. The NFT marketplace is still not being deployed. So it's an on-chain problem. Once this happens, we will be able to embed that within our website, since now we have our own website. And once we do that, people will be able to immediately list their NFT for sale. So let's say you mint a very rare one and you just think that somebody will be crazy about it and they just want to pay zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.5 BNB instead of zero point 0.1 and mint a random one and get like a very common NFT. So you leverage the rarity in this way. So you buy a big bunch, and one of them is very rare. You list it for a higher price. You keep it there. Whenever it's sold, good for you. You just made profit. How NFT marketplaces work: 5% royalty goes to the NFT staking pool for stakers of the rest of the NFTs, so on and so forth. So we want to give that option, and we hope to be giving that as soon as we start the minting process. So we're just waiting on that part. So even if it's gonna take a week or two, we're not hasty about it. The ambition of those NFTs is quite high, so we don't want to rush things. We would rather to get more eyes on them, while also building whatever is still missing from the complete structure of it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So is that all the updates you want to update us on there, Robin? Just the NFTs, right? Seems like that's the
Yeah,
focus.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and there is something left. The fourth revenue stream actually failed to mention because we didn't mention it here. So it's the airdrop to NFTs that are still in wallet. So people could decide to stake their NFTs, like we said. So whenever you stake, you are earning from those trading fees on those pairs, and also from the royalty of NFT trading. So this is how you earn by staking the NFT. Now, if you have a bunch staked, that's good. If you have also a bunch in your wallet, you need at least one actually in your wallet for your wallet to be recognized by the bot that allows you in the web. So this is something you gotta know. So you gotta own one in your wallet, and the rest stake them or divide them between staking and keep them in your wallet. Because in wallet we're gonna have an airdrop function. So every while, and we're gonna start with ES tokens based on APY. So let's say you own, I don't know, 1 million tokens on ERC20, which is our utility chain. If you own 1 million there, and we apply an airdrop, which happens on a monthly basis with an APY of 18%. And if you own one NFT, it's 18% of what you already have in ES tokens. So you got to be a holder. So kind of pushes you to buy ES tokens or increase your ES tokens back in order to earn even more in airdrop. So one NFT gives you 80%, 18%. Two NFTs, it's 18 plus 9, and the third is plus 9 and plus 4.5, etc. So it keeps dividing the next NFT by half in APY, and you will get that percent as airdrop based on how much you're holding. Whether it's 1 million or 10 million, you get like a larger amount depending on how much larger amount you hold. And it's for NFTs that are inside your wallet, because they need to be in your wallet for the contract to understand that that wallet owns that many NFTs inside that wallet. People gotta know, when you stake your NFT, it's not in your wallet. It is owned by your wallet, but now it's in a staking contract. So when we go on BSC scan, we won't be able to see the info that your NFT, your wallet owns that NFT, or your wallet contains that NFT, because it's not in your wallet anymore. It just disappears and it goes into that staking contract. So this is why I'm saying, if you are one of those people who are going to own a lot of those NFTs, my suggestion is to stake a bunch and keep a bunch in your wallet. This way you earn the staking rewards and you earn the airdrop in ES tokens based on APY. So own a bunch, stake a bunch, own a bunch in your wallet, and own a good bag of ERC20 ES tokens, so you can get an APY on those. So this is how the airdrop works. And yeah, that would be the fourth revenue stream. So 4 revenue streams: access to the wave room, rarities, secondary marketplace trading, all for around $60. So we're trying to make it very affordable, but sell a large amount. And it's not quite large, actually. So some NFT sets are much more than that. So yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 NFTs, guys. So it looks like that's going to be on sale here, coming up here. And the whole ecosystem is built around the underlying business models to provide passive income for the investors. And I know that we did not go in depth in other aspect of the project because they've been here for 4 times already. But for those that are listening for the first time, I encourage you guys to take the time to go look through the white paper, the website, to understand the passive revenue stream, what you can do to earn rewards over there. All right, sounds good, Robin. Is there anything else you want to speak on before we take a few questions from the community?
No, Seattle. Thank you. Like, I think we even went overtime, and yeah, I just want to focus on those NFTs just to let people know a little bit more about them, how cheap they are, very affordable at the same time. Those 4 revenue streams we talked about, and they are amazing, even on a meme side of things. So you can never know how much they will cost later on secondary marketplace. So it's always nice to at least own one. And then if you believe more in the project, you own more. If you believe in the business model, you own more and you stake them. You own more, you keep them in your wallet to get airdrops. So Yeah, so it just depends on how you want to see this. It's just like, those uh meme projects. Sometimes you decide to put a small amount, invest a small amount, and leave it there, forget about it, go to moon or to dust. Or you can just read more, and now you believe in it and just want to put more in, right? You want to put those $500, $1,000, whatever, and you can decide how to split those. So we've had such investors, and these investors are the ones holding that high floor. Technically, it's a high floor of around 5 to 6 Ethereum. It's not a low floor for a low cap project. So yeah, divided between chains, divided between NFT and tokens, and see what happens.
Sounds great. Now, because we've been talking about the NFTs only, so I'm just gonna go through the room and I'm gonna pick some of the NFT questions. I know a lot of the questions on here probably Robin's probably touched on it already, but I'm gonna pick a few NFT here and I'll ask a couple questions here. So from Benedict Lewis, he said, "How does holding at least one NFT provide access to the whale room?"
And we just hold it, and we have the button inside our Telegram. You just need to put slash whale or slash translucence, and you get the link. You click it, it takes you to Collabland bot. It's a very known, prestigious bot. It's a read only, does not access your wallet to do any transaction or anything. Just like connect, just like those rate bots where you connect your Telegram to the Twitter, for example. Same logic. Whenever it does that, it now reads your wallet. And when it reads it, it will see an NFT in it on the chain. When it sees that, it will tell you, okay, great, now you can join. If it does not see it, it will tell you, I'm sorry, I won't let you in. And whenever you sell that NFT or your tokens, your minimum tokens, whatever, while you are in that ware room, the bot will just kick you out. So it keeps everything on check always.
Sounds great. So it reads your NFT, then allows it to come in. Now, there's a follow-up questions on that. So he accessed the whale room. What can he expect to learn or gain from the whale room?
Well, first, just like interact with us there and interact with experts. So in the main chat, you can expect, in the main chat, like I mean, not the way room, you can expect to have general knowledge about the project, ask questions about the project, talk sometimes about general stuff in crypto, contests, those stuff, Twitter rating, all of that. Whenever it comes about uh, planning going forward for the project, main things, main partnerships, main trading opportunities, how to leverage trade or how to go into a certain project with our treasury, with the experts. That's the way room. It's, uh, I mean, you can personally grow in there if you want that. So if you are the type of person who wants to give yourself some time to learn more on how you can make a lot of money in crypto and leverage trading, you need experts, buddy. You just don't keep learning by trying. You have to go and read 50 books maybe, but if you cannot read 50 books, at least listen to someone who did that for you. So we're giving you experts.
Yeah, it seems like it's very education focused in the whale room.
Trust me,
Which is
yeah. We are obliged to talk what we know and to shut up when we don't know in there. It's not it's not a place where we can joke around a lot, you know? So
that's the biggest thing in life, right? If you don't know something, you have to. The first step is you have to admit that you don't know something, in order for you to
yeah,
improve. A lot of people goes through life, they pretend to know, which is really bad. If you don't know something,
yeah.
shut up and go learn. That's it. And I find it a lot of people it's hard for them to do, which I don't understand it, and it's annoying.
Yeah,
All right.
well, that's what we do. That's what we do in there. Like even just today, even a team member, and it's nothing personal. I mean, they did it out of goodwill. They tried to post something, and I just commented in a bit of a harsh way, just telling them, please do not post a play that you think it's a gamble in the war room. At least when you do that, tag the expert and let the expert give their opinion. So yeah, we're kind of strict there because we don't want anyone jumping into a project that's not recommended by the expert. We want the expert to be doing what they know best in their area of expertise. That's it.
Perfect. Okay, there's another one regarding NFT. Now, I know you touched on this a bit already, but we can go ahead and recap this question here. It says, how does the GODS NFT collection contribute to the overall self-sustainability of EarnSphere ecosystem?
Yeah, we went over that. It's for LP building in three places: BNB, so Pancake Swap, also pairing to another token which could be on any chain, so any DEX, and a CEX. So three LPs, uh, around $75,000 worth uh, in minting, going 100% into LPs. So yeah, that's a huge raise of BNB going 100% into LP. It's like when you go on a pre-sale and the team tells you that 40% is going to LP and the rest are going to marketing, to the team, development, whatever. We're telling you 100% is going to LP, not 40%, 50, 60. 100% is going there.
All right, I'm gonna take two more questions. Okay, I know you mentioned about the APY, but if you can go ahead and if you have the numbers, Robin, I'll go ahead and answer this question here. It says, how does staking work within EarnSphere, and what are the expected returns for staking of the GODS NFTs? I guess they want
All right.
specific numbers. I'm not sure you have that there.
Yeah, all right. For the APY, it's kind of specific. I mentioned them. It's the 18 plus 9 plus 4.5, etc. So it keeps going down on every NFT you are adding within your wallet. So this is for airdrops. Now for the staking, it really depends on the trading volume on those liquidity pairs that we paired. So whatever the volume is, 1% of it is going to the treasury in terms of trading fee, and that will be poured in the staking pool. So it really depends on the trading. So if eventually we reach a point where we are trading like $100,000 a day in volume, I can do a quick quick calculation. Let's say it's 100,000 only on the BSC Pancake Swap. So $100,000 a day. We said 1% trading fee, so it's a 0.01. So it's a $1,000 that will go into that NFT staking pool on a daily basis. Yeah. If the whole 1,000 are minted and staked, then each one is earning $1 per day on that number. So just giving an
Yeah,
example.
yeah. So guys, so it's kind of like when you guys go input the LP, right? You go through Pancake Swap or Uniswap. When you guys input LP token, you earn a fee within the LP, and it's all based off the volume, right? So it's the same way over here. Very similar. So to say to have like exact numbers as far as APY or RPA, APR, it's hard to say. Just all depending on the volume.
Yeah, of
All
course.
right.
You
So
you are an LP provider. When you stake the NFT, it's like you are an LP provider. So yeah.
okay. So I think let me see here. All right. One last question. Okay, Joshua. He says, are there any plans for future release or developments related to the GOTS NFT collections? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Their future plans, but if you can understand that questions, Robin, and you can answer that. If
Yeah,
not,
I think they mean the future release maybe of another set or more than the 1000. Well, yeah, of course. It's always like, in the discussions as we go. So when you see something was successful, you would want to replicate it and even improve on it to make it even more appealing on the next round or whatever. If it's not, well, you have maybe to step back, see what the market is about, what they need. Maybe it's not NFTs, maybe it's something else. So yeah, it's everything is on the table technically. Well, we don't have a rigid thinking that tells you no, it's only those 1000. Do whatever you want with those. We're not gonna repeat that experience again. It really depends on that experience. If 1000 are minted and people are asking for more, why not? And it does not mean that if we mint more, they're gonna take away from your profit, because when we mint more, there will be more LP, and that LP will go into other dexes, and you will be providing LP to those other dexes that will provide exclusively the trading fee as staking rewards for those new NFTs. So it's separate. So whenever we try to create a new product, it will not step into the jurisdiction of the previous one. So we'll try to make sure that the 1000, let's call them OG GODS NFTs that we're currently minting, we'll make sure that they will always have the same revenue value. And trust me, $60 is quite cheap. I was personally pushed so far by the rest of the team to include two extra revenues. So we were only at two revenues, and now we are at four revenue streams to only a $60 NFT. And I mean, it's crazy, but I had to do it. Majority rules. So yeah, it's very undervalued. Okay, let's do it.
Sounds good. One question
Yeah.
from me though, Robin. How did you go from an orthopedic surgeon to, I guess I'm not sure, it's full-time cryptophilia? It's like 180 there.
Not full
Are you
time.
still proactively practicing in your practice?
I'm currently in between. So in 2 weeks, I'm heading to Atlanta for my fellowship. And yeah, currently I'm in between, but it does not mean that real life is not ongoing. I'm not full time crypto, but yes, people see me because more often around the EarnSphere, because technically it's the only thing I do on crypto. So I don't trade. I don't leverage trade. I don't I don't gamble money. I don't go into other projects that easily, and I only I'm only part of EarnSphere's team. So yeah, basically this is why I can take on a major role in this project, is because it is the only project I am a part of its team, and give it a lot of my time. So if you give a couple of hours a day of Telegram time, that's all you need technically, and you gotta put your mind in it and think for the better of the project always. So yeah, and I mean I also got it a few times before. Maybe because I am an orthopedic surgeon, I was able to take on that role. So we try to be achievers. I want to fix the bone 100%. It's like we want to be builders. So you can take that as a joke or as a serious assumption.
Being a surgeon, it takes a lot of dedication, commitment to your educations, and just years of practice, right? And I can definitely sense that same sentiment, the same mindset you are taking it to the crypto space with the project. I think your determination, man, your commitment to the project, I think we all can see that. I can
It
see it.
will pay off. It will pay off, bro. I know you have your doubts. You talk about the volume, etc. I know I'm very comfortable. You know why? Because I'm a builder. So I will only build. I will keep building. I don't care. And eventually, someone will come and they will buy the idea. You will get those big investors one way or another. You will catch the fish, the big fish, or someone will come and tell you, "Look, I want to buy your treasury. I want to buy the project from you. Or you get someone just saying, I like you. I want to put more money in it. Let's do this. Let's partner. Eventually, you will get that, especially after years of commitment, building, expanding on so many chains, getting to know more and more people. You will get that one door that really opens the flow to a lot of funds and capitals flowing in, and not to me, to the project. Like I don't care about the money. I'm going to be a spine surgeon, right? So money is not the issue in in all of this. So people already know I'm in this because I really like it. I love the team. It feels like family. Keep building, and that's it.
And that's the good point right there, guys. And even if what Robin just said there, and I want to remind you guys one thing about with the meme tokens, right? And I know you guys have your own favorite influencers out there, but be very mindful that how they are shilling the coins, right? If you see an influencer where that you literally just shilling different coins every damn day, no, that all those is gonna go down to zero, right? They're being paid for, and they just jump
Do
from
you
one
know
coin to
why? You know why?
and
Because
so
they
you
buy
wanna
the token. They buy it,
right,
and
but also
when they chill it, you buy it, and they sell on you. That's it. This is what chillers do. They sell on their
right,
community. They destroy their own community, and they depend on each other to keep having like a cross marketing of their communities between each other, so they can get new people to follow them and to scam them all over again. Harsh
right. So
truth,
you
but to
wanna look
know
for
it behind
influencers
the scenes.
who you wanna look for influencers who continuously having that conviction and show like literally one coin day in day out because it shows their conviction, it shows that they believe, and that's the only way that that token is going to go up. And it's the same thing here with Robin, right? Even though the reason why I asked those tough questions because my job here, as we all know, we're very transparent. Sometimes we ask tough questions, but I think Robin answer everything accordingly, properly. Because I'm not here to take side on both the community or the project, right? And so sometimes we need to ask those big questions. But besides that, what my point is that with Robin, he sticks with the project, right? The commitment, the convictions, that belief that the project's going to go up. He's not bouncing around, and there's a big difference. So be careful when you see people just jump from one project to the other. Even influencers just call different meme coins every freaking 5 hours. Be careful with those people, and you can
Yeah,
tell
that's
that the ones
crazy.
that have the convictions and that believe in one coin and keep on doing it. You want to follow those guys, and I think Robin, with his project, he's taking the same approach there.
Yeah, it's not only me, like because people would think like, oh, Robin is one of the core team members. Of course, he's gonna talk good about their project. Well, it's not that. So one of our experts is Boryakus. So he is the owner of the Anti-Ruggers United Lounge. So you can see how he turned from a lounge owner into an investor, into a whale investor, being able to join the whale room, become an expert in that whale room. So just stick around, guys. Try to keep up with us, and eventually you'll see more. So Seattle could be eventually in that whale room. I think if someone just stops by for a bit and think about it, they would see the opportunity there. But if
I would
you
love to.
just keep on going, what did you say?
I would love to, Robin. Yeah, I would love to be in there. With us, we're very busy with different private, private meetings, etc. Because we have so many projects coming up to us, and I would say 50% of the projects does not pass, to the stage here. But
Yeah,
yeah, I would love to
yeah.
go in there, and I like to be surrounded by people that are smarter than me, so that way I can learn. But if you have a whale room in there, that with experts, I would love to be in there. I mean, have to
And
grab an
there's
NFT to go in
yeah, and there's something you're gonna like. So it's something we propose. It's not written in stone, but it's something I could I proposed to a few lounge owners, and it was not taken that seriously yet because the way room is not huge. We're like 15 people in it so far. So it's you're talking about whales, right? So when it becomes larger, one of our expertise we're going to try to provide is AMAs. So, but very well constructed and criticizing AMAs that will be done in the whale room. So you can expect pure active whales listening to another project coming in. So we just invite the owner or the dev or whatever of that project, no one else. They come into that whale room. That would be the only exception when someone can go into the whale room without owning an NFT or the minimum token amount. So they go in, and the host, let's say it's you, Seattle, the host will host it because you brought them. And since you have like this whole network of AMAs and with other projects using USA Crypto Group. So you have an easy access to those same projects. You can also recommend to go there for an AMA. You will get 40% of the fee, just like Kareem, our leverage trader, is getting 40% of the profits coming from leverage trading. Boryakuz is getting from the DeFi trading. He's going to get 40% of the profits coming in. So whenever you host an AMA, you get that AMA to happen. You schedule it with me or the supervisor of that activity. You do the AMA, you get 40% of the fee. The rest go to passively for holders, to the LP, so same structure. And at the same time, would have been exposed to probably a good project, which we could be voting for in the DeFi division after discussion, then investing using our treasury and probably our personal funds if we want to move in together and just make some money, go on the pre-sale, whatever. So it's just so synchronized over the long term that it's so catchy, and people just will take time to get in, one one step at a time. So just giving you a hint of how your future in that war room could look like once you're in there, because you're a pretty good host. So that's kind of your area of expertise, I would say. I wouldn't want to host an AMA. You should be the one hosting an AMA. I wouldn't be the one consulting uh, or being consulted on leverage trading. Kareem would be the one. So that's the philosophy we try to stick to.
We all have our own weaknesses and strengths, right? And sometimes we have to be able to recognize that and emphasize that in areas that we can capitalize on it. So yeah, no, not everybody's good at everything. Sounds good, Robin. Hey, it's always good to hear from you, Robin. We're running at 2 hours, surprisingly. Oh my gosh, that went really quick. Wow.
Yeah,
And that just focused on the NFT only, which is crazy. Wow, that went quick, really fast. Anyway, Robin, thank you so much for being here.
thank
Guys,
you,
I
Seattle.
encourage you guys to check out their website. Robin and their team, man, they have a very good storyline behind all this reward system, the NFTs. Read through it. They spend a lot of time. Despite all the questions that I've raised, which is that's my job to raise all those concerns. But one thing, not necessary concerns, but the facts of the volume, etc., and how happen different chains at this low level can maybe hinder them because it's still very new. But again, Robin kind of reminded us that this is a good thing for them because they have more accessibility, more eyes on the projects and different chains. But the biggest thing takeaway is this: is that the team is committed, right? They're not bouncing around like most of the projects that you see out there, and that is the biggest differentiator when you look at the developers in the team. Is they're not here to spit project, just go one project to the next, and I like that a lot. So thank you so much, Robin. Any last word for us before we end this AMA?
Yeah, just want to recommend people to just do your own research. Like, seriously, always. Not about EarnSphere only. Like, do your own research, please. Because whenever I see people just aping into a project just because it has a green candle, uh, I mean, I don't know what to say. Okay, so whenever you see a dip, buy. Most likely buy, and then when you see green, sell. Don't do the opposite. So don't follow the green, because trust me, trust me, trust me. even the ones that you're seeing around thinking they are legit, if you don't do your research, you will fall for it. And if you go in their chat, you will see them conspiring to create a green candle so you can buy on it and then they will sell on it. Okay, so don't follow the green, buy the dip and sell on the green. Okay, get some profit, keep a moon bag, and basic stuff that I learned throughout my crypto journey of the 4 years, not related to EarnSphere. Please, guys, just stick to those recommendations. Forget about the whole AMA if you want. Just keep those in your pocket.
Very good advice, and sometimes that could be that could be said very easily, but hard to apply. But that is like
Don't
the golden
FOMO on a green.
that is the golden rule. I'll tell you what though, with that being said here, I'm looking at the usually we pick one winner inside the chat room. I do see Jeff Bezos from Amazon is here with us, and I see that there is a line on his profile here that I actually love it. I'm gonna read it out loud here. Be
Yeah,
stubborn on your vision, but flexible on the details. I love that. I think that's kind of like what you guys are doing over there.
that's
You know,
exactly
so
what we're about. Vision, earn
yeah,
sphere, story, the utility,
exactly it.
details, NFTs. Yeah, why not another set? Why not?
There
Yeah.
you go. So congratulations, Jeff Bezos. You won our AMA participant today by having a slogan that reflects EarnSphere's philosophy. Be stubborn in the vision, but flexible on the details. I love that.
Our biggest fan. Woo! Jeff Bezos. That's bullish.
He's down the street from me, not too far. I'm actually in Seattle, so he's from Seattle as well. I never seen him though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
but
don't think Seattle is like a village. Like, I think it's quite vast.
I don't think it is. It's not one alley, you know.
You know?
Sounds good, Robin. Always great to chat with you, brother. I'm gonna have to wrap it up.
Same.
We do have a meeting
Likewise.
here in 30 minutes. Thank you so much again,
Likewise.
Robin, and have a good
Thank
day.
you. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you. All right, guys. So we have to wrap this up. Jeff Bezos, congratulations. And once we open the room, just for fun, we do want to. Oh man, we have 154 participants. We started out like at 77. And the reason is I think because we had two different voice thing scheduled. And so I think you guys were kind of stuck on the other side, the chat room. So I'm glad that you guys found your way over here eventually. But guys, when I opened up 1 to 200, 5 guesses only, and Mike or Johnny would pick a winner there, random number, and we'll post the TG as well. Okay, make sure you guys join their TG and just give it meaningful feedback. Do not spam, and we'll go there pick a winner there. Mike or Johnny will go there and pick a winner. But overall, guys, the team has been around for a long time, man, and I can see the commitment to the project, right? Even though it may go a little slower than most like you guys would like in the space, but as you know, it's not what's the saying, right? It's not the race, it's the marathon, right? So eventually, if they continue to committing themselves to the project, as we know with every single project, eventually it will go up. So, and I think that's what set them apart over there. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.